if bodies want to do things, how does it know what is right action and what is wrong action? Most of it, I presume, is taught, and some of it's genetic. But that's working on the unconscious a lot. Like, so when you go into work and you all share a fridge for food, but you don't even really have to think about not taking anyone's food. It's just unconsciously happening that you're not eating their food. Like, once happened to be at university that I used to live in dormitories, and I used to steal people's food sometimes. I used to replace it after I'd done it, but you know, sometimes when you came in drunk or just hungry, even drunk and greedy, and sometimes I would pinch their food, and I would replace it after I pinched it, but sometimes I would pinch it, or if you've run out of something. And then one day somebody put laxatives in something that I pinched. I didn't do it like excessively, but I was off in my car to go to my drum lessons, and if you've ever lived in London or been to London, you'll know the traffic is really bad. And I was coming back from the drum lesson at about like 5 or 6 in the evening when it's rush hour, and suddenly the laxative kicked in, and I had the most insane desire or need to go to the toilet, but there was nowhere I could go. I was in a city, there was no public toilets anywhere, and I was in my car stuck in traffic jam. And intuitively, all of us know that we don't pinch other people's food. I never pinched food after that again. Never, I don't think. I mean, I sometimes pinch my partner's food and things, but never like that. And when I lived with people, I didn't take other people's food after that at all. And we just kind of intuitively know that that's not the right thing to do, and that it's not the right thing to go along the road and shout in someone's face, or to hit them in the balls, or do something like that, or to poo in the middle of the street. And that's most probably taught, but you don't do it. Like, it's not like you have to have a constant commentator telling us, don't poo in the street now, don't poo in the street. I mean, maybe you had to when I was in my car, and like I had to have my brain being like, don't poo in the car, don't poo in the car or the street. But most of the time we don't have to be saying that, don't abuse this person, or don't walk into the door. It's naturally happening. The body kind of unconsciously knows it. The same when you like play a musical instrument, you like do it enough and then the body just kind of does it. And this is what our conscious mind is doing, is it's teaching us new unconscious things. So when you learn to drive, at first you have to consciously, like you have to put your attention there to learn to drive, and then eventually it becomes an unconscious thing. The body can just do it. And that's why we need the conscious mind. The conscious mind is constantly updating the unconscious. And what happens a lot when people are identified is they're constantly in this conscious mind, thinking about themselves and who they need to be and what it looks like to other people. And really what needs to happen more and more is surrendering to letting the body take over, and that unconscious knowing of how to act to take over, and trusting that it will take over. And we need to recondition it. Like sometimes we get wrong conditioning in there and it needs to be conditioned. But really what non-duality is sinking into the body and letting the body act, and then seeing that the body and the world are one. So really who it is life is acting. Life is acting. From koala.